What was your favorite horror film as a child?
Beetlejuice. Adam and Barbara are living in their ideal home in Connecticut when suddenly they're killed by going off of a bridge. They are trying to get used to being dead, given a guidebook and a set of rules for haunting in their now occupied home. In their home is an eccentric couple, Charles and Delia Dietz, as well as their misunderstood daughter, who can see and communicate with them, named Lydia. When their attempts to haunt the Dietz are in vain, despite being told not to, they turn to a poltergeist specialist known as Beetlejuice. But he has other plans in mind for everyone. So growing up, there were two movies I constantly watched all the time as a kid. The first being the '89 Batman, but the second was this movie, Beetlejuice. I love this movie. It is so great that it just has so much good comedy. Michael Keaton is just perfect for both playing two of my most iconic childhood memories of Batman and Beetlejuice. And I know I'm not alone in that feeling. He just brings this humorous, over-the-top, funny character. And so many times do you see characters that are just trying to replicate Beetlejuice, trying to be a copy of what made Beetlejuice special. But I think when you have an actor as versatile and as complicated as Michael Keaton, playing a character as weird and bombastic and over the top as Beetlejuice, it's just a perfect combination. When you see a person that is such a good actor playing a character that is this crazy, it does it so well because they know how to do good acting and they know how to do bad acting, and they just do a middle ground of both. I can't describe the feeling I get when I watch this movie. I've yet to see the Beetlejuice musical, but I hear it's really good. I enjoy this movie so much. I quote it constantly. I can recite the monologue that he gives to Alec Baldwin, and the whole cast is amazing. I also believe this is what caused me to have a minor crush on Winona Ryder growing up. Even the characters aside, there's something with Tim Burton's visuals. And you know when it's a Tim Burton movie. It has this weird spiralization, this weird, almost box-like configuration that was inspired by German expressionist horror films like Nosferatu or The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. There's this really cool aspect ratio style of filmmaking that you see everything that simultaneously looks too far away and too close up at the same time. It feels like whenever you get an eye exam and you have to put your head in that little box and they shoot the puff of air, that little house in the far distance that you have to look at, that's what it feels like looking at the visuals of Tim Burton. You almost get a good enough view, but you never fully do. His artwork, his style, it's just... I was lucky enough to get to go to the Tim Burton Museum when it was up in LA for a very, very limited time several years ago. And it was just beautiful. Like, the artwork was so disturbingly beautiful. I loved it. And, you know, Tim Burton has fallen from grace for a lot of people, and I would say even myself. But his old school work, especially Beetlejuice, I would dare to say Beetlejuice, if not Beetlejuice and Edward Scissorhands, are his best works he ever did. And when you watch this movie, it's unlike any other movie that you can really relate to. It brings back so many good memories, and I can never not watch this movie and smile. And in my mind, that's what childhood should be when you think about a childhood memory. Come back tomorrow for another advent of horror in this year's Jackoween.